What up, G Life fam? Your boy MC Shadow coming back at you with another video. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and check out the playlist. The playlist on top where I have all the videos in their own folders makes the video you're looking for a lot easier. You know what I mean? Now, what I wanted to talk about today was chilling in your enemy's neighborhood or being in your enemy's neighborhood, and and all of that. First of all, because nowadays generation is a whole lot different from what we were doing. You get what I mean? Whenever you go to your enemy's territory, like if you're a gang member and you roll up to your enemy's territory, if you roll up there, it's not to take videos or pictures or anything of that nature. You get what I mean? You're only there. You're there for one thing and one thing only. You feel me? And it sure for hell is not to leave evidence. You know what I mean? That's the worst thing you could do, is leave any kind of evidence, any kind of indication you were in that area, just in case anything happens, somebody gets dropped or anything. Just in case anything happens, you don't want nothing linking you to you being in that location or that spot. You feel me? Because I see nowadays where fools be posted in their enemy's neighborhood and they're shooting alive or whatever. It already right there should tell you that that person's not gonna do nothing, and he didn't do nothing. Because if he did, he would not be posting it for thousands of people to identify him, where he was at the specific time, the specific day, and what he was specifically wearing and was specifically saying. You get what I mean? That's how you know that they really about that work. You get what I mean? That's why they're still running around in the streets, because they didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? Because if they would have done something, the Huda would already have snatched them up. So that already should tell you that they're not about the work. They're not about the business. You know what I mean? You don't want to leave no kind of evidence of any of that nature. What kind of strap did he have? If people could they could go to the cops and tell the cops that you own a 9mm chrome or whatever, and if they go to your house and they find a 9mm chrome, guess what? You're getting arrested. You know what I mean? That's why you don't show people what kind of thing you have. You know what I mean? Because they could say you have a gun, but they're gonna ask them to describe the gun, and if they can't describe the gun, then that evidence gets thrown out the window, because they weren't even able. Even if they did fight you with a firearm, the person wasn't even able to describe it. So therefore, you could at least fight that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like before, when we used to go to our enemy's neighborhood, like when there would be parties and stuff like that, we wouldn't be like bragging about it or saying like, yeah, bro, right here posted in these fools' hood. We never did nothing of that nature. And even, for example, like I have homies that live up north. I have homies that live up north. I have homies that live in San Francisco. I have homies that live in Sacramento. I have homies that live in Fresno. You feel me? I have homies that live, up that are from down here, from Sureño neighborhoods, that live up there. And never once, when we talked on the phone, never once did they tell me like, yeah, these fools ain't even posted, or never once have I asked like, hey, how's it over there with them vatos, or nothing like that. We just talk about like how homeboys talk, like, hey, how you been? Oh yeah, Eddie. Oh yeah, you have a barbie. Oh yeah, this is it. We never bring up the subject, not once. A real motherfucker's not gonna. You're not gonna impress nobody by doing all that, homie. You know what I mean? And we know this. That's why we never even talk about it. You get what I mean? Real hollers, you don't talk about hollers. Like you get nothing out of like all that fake bragging and shit like that. Like, that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, this generation, I get it. Actually, no, I don't get it. I don't understand why they do. I get it, like, I guess for a sense, for everyone could look at them like if they down and stuff like that. The ones that you're really trying to impress, the ones that are really from out here from the streets, you're not gonna impress us by doing that. We're only gonna see you as a lame. So the ones that you should be trying to impress, where it counts, you ain't even impressing them. The only ones that you're impressing are the people that are not from the streets at all. So what does that even matter? You get what I mean? You get nothing out of that. I'm saying where it really counts. You know what I mean? Where it really counts, you get nothing. You know what I mean? Hollers are meant to be done in silence. If you're there in your enemy's neighborhood, it's there to do one thing and one thing only, and get the fuck out of there. As quietly and as fast as possible. You know what I mean? Not bumping no music, no nothing. Not causing, not attracting no kind of attention to yourself. Um, it's funny how this generation sees it, like about how putting in work, like that's not like that's a horrible way to put in work. That's like the way of catching the most attention. You know what I mean? Like if you're really gonna be out there, let your hair grow, wear a tie, maybe a small ass shirt. You know, if you do want to play some music, maybe a country low volume. That way you don't draw no attention from the hudas when you're fleeing. They don't pay attention to you. You know what I mean? But these guys want to be bumping it all loud and causing all kinds of attention for people to look out their windows to see what's happening. Like, damn, fool. And then they wonder why they don't get away. I wonder why. You know, it's all this nonsense. You know, they really do think it's a game, whatever, and then they end up getting arrested, and then they end up fucking spilling the beans. You know what I mean? Because they thought it was a game. They don't want to play no more. That's not how it works. Like I said, it's not impressing nobody when people do that. You know, because I seen the video that Gunners Collective had put, where I guess two norteños were over here, like saying that we out here, whatever. Like you weren't in my neighborhood, you weren't in 38th Street's neighborhood, you weren't in Wyfen's neighborhood, you weren't in like those kind of hoods. You know what I mean? It's like saying if we go up north, we're not gonna be making videos like that. And trust me, there's homies up there that are from down here that they go up there, whatever. Ain't no homies no posting no pictures and none of that kind of stuff, dog. We don't get down like that. And the homies that are sureños that get down like that, homie, them fools ain't real homeboys, dog. Their homeboys definitely didn't lace them up. To everyone else, to us homies that are down here, to us sureños, they're gonna look like straight lames, homie. If a sureño goes up there and be doing that kind of stuff, to us, they're not gonna impress us. They're gonna look like idiots. That's how we're gonna see it. We're not gonna see it like, hell yeah, those are some real sureños doing things, homie. No, we're gonna see it like, you know, like we're gonna see it like, this fool didn't get laced up right. That's how we're gonna see it. You know what I mean? We're not gonna see it the other kind of way. And I'm just talking real talk. You know what I mean? Because real G's ain't doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Real G's know how to do the work, and you know they know what time is it, homie. You know what I mean? If you be acting all stupid like that when you're rolling with your homie's gonna pull over to the side. You're gonna catch in 13 seconds for acting stupid. You know, you never turn on your camera or any kind of audio, any kind of recording thing. You know what I mean? When you're out there in the streets, you know, banging. That's the worst thing you could do. Like I said, you're not impressing nobody. All that proves is that you didn't do nothing that day. Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, Shadow. Oh yeah, this is a quick one.